So when you come down to enter into the studio in the basement, the first thing that greets you is the vulture coming through the circle. So I've been working on this concept of circles as portals and as the divine shape and of the blessed. And so the vulture is the psychopomp and also the soul courier in essence. And traditionally over temples below caves were images of vultures. So when I was creating this piece, I was hoping that I would be able to display it as the entryway, because it's a symbol of healing and transformation in the death rebirth cycle. And so the vulture eats the death and then creates the egg and then rebirths. So it's an ancient symbol. So I've just been thinking about all these things to do with the wild divine and the divinity within circles in nature, which we'll see more of when we get downstairs. As you come into the space, you'll see that a lot of my pieces that first greet you are of this kind of anamorph beings. So within those are my terracotta pieces and rising up of the clay. I've been contemplating like what it is would be my thesis if I was to speak about art and how it can impact culture and community. And so a lot of my pieces are about that kind of enchantment and trying to bring back the enchantment of our roots and the way that we are spiritually connected to the divine wild. A lot of art as well is my process in healing and moving through things. And as you look around the room, you can see similarities in where I've used photography to then stage perhaps like a terracotta and then a drawing, and just a real sense of movement. I really enjoy like catching that moment of movement and an action going on. I'm not quite sure what to say. I like to work in a variety of mediums to be able to best express creativity and enchantment. I do everything from designing posters to performance art. And I'm working in town with artist Lindsay Delaron, and we call ourselves Wolfpack Productions, and we do silk screening. So I've got a couple of those up. And then, so there'll be just so many ways that it needs to be described. Behind you, I also have a performance piece of mine that came out of art consciousness class. And it was, the project was your personal cosmology of the universe. And at first I was feeling really stumped, but then I realized I've thought about this a lot, and I know exactly what it is, and I was struggling to be able to put it into a visual medium, and the only way that it came out was then in a performance piece, to be able to, the sounds, the movements, like, cause it just, I couldn't do it in a still object, and so I was thinking of the lights within beings, and then I thought, okay, I gotta edit. So where does the story start? Well, it starts with the rebirth, it starts with the vulture, and then where does it transform to? My anamorphs also come out of spiritual practice. I've started doing a bit of journeying work and looking into Celtic shamanism. And so the anamorphs also signify points in my life where I have merged with my spirit guides and with my animal guides, and I've felt myself transforming, my teeth coming down, or my knees going back, or my feet webbing out. And so when I put my hands into the clay, it just moves, and it just begins to birth itself, and it just asks to be. When I was working on the crocodile man, I just put my hands into the clay and rose it up, and I just seen his face immediately, and I just had to bring him out. So I think perhaps in my fourth year that I'll focus on terracotta and sculpture, just because it seems to be a medium that speaks to me really clearly, and it doesn't make my jaw hurt. Like if I'm drawing or designing a poster, I clench my teeth. As for with painting or printmaking or sculpture, I don't get a sore jaw. I just relax into it and just emerge the forms. Jade was thinking about maybe
universe. It is Meg with the embryo of lava suspended in its case. The collective consciousness, it looks like a grid of little humans, iridescent, interlocked. 4 leopards, 17 wolves, 3 otters,